Hey, welcome to Black Amethyst Historical. I'm Carmen, and today I want to do 3 readings. I want to look at heavy hearts. My goal is to try to find some peace and healing, insight, guidance for people who have pain in their heart, in your heart, related to a love connection that is or was in shadow or is in a wounded state, or even completely severed. I have been wanting to do this for days. I'm taking it very seriously, and I'm in a vulnerable state myself, so I've been trying to figure out how I want to approach these energies and protect myself. So one thing I would like to mention that I'm going to do is I've been speeding up my shuffles, but I'm actually going to remove the pressure that I feel to speak while I'm laying down cards, and I'm just going to shuffle, lay down cards, and I'm going to speed through that entire part for each time I get cards. I do have some oracles to the side here, and when those are all down, I may actually stop the video for a minute and just sit with the energy and try to get in there and get what I need, because I'm slow sometimes at working through this, and I don't like the pressure of having to just talk and ramble and tell you what I'm thinking and feeling when I'm trying to get it into words, right? So just, that you may notice more speeding up and more you may not even notice the pauses, because I'll just cut the recording for a minute and turn it back on when I'm ready. Okay, so I have chosen 3 decks, and I've chosen the 3 of Swords from each deck for you to kind of vibe out. And for the first group, this is the 3 of Swords from Orion's Animal Tarot, and I've paired it with this lepidolite. It's kind of a purple color. Maybe one day I'll have better light. For now, this is what I have. Second group is the Star Spinner Tarot and this celestite, which is light blue. And the third group will be this LINESTRIDER Tarot with aragonite. I'm going to insert a still that I took the other day in better light, so that you can focus on which one speaks to you more and you feel may have messages for you. You're welcome to try them all, whatever you need to do. Anyway, let's see what happens. Thank you. Hi, to group 1, you chose the lepidolite and this Orion's Animal Tarot. I am going to shuffle. I've already cleared them, but I'm going to drop down into this and get some cards. Okay. Okay, so this is really heavy. I don't know, I just kind of knew I was setting myself up for some heavy stuff. I sense a lot of pain and confusion and let me just get into this. So starting out with the Eight of Swords here and the Two of Pentacles, asking kind of what has happened in the connection, what has happened. The Eight of Swords is telling me that there was like just a disruption, like an interruption, a disruption to the way things had been, and however they had been, something changed, and it was a confusing change. It was for you, I think. It was it left you feeling drained, I sense. I sense depletion here. Not just you, but also in the other person involved. This Two of Pentacles is telling me that there was logistical, practical, how do you say, difficulty finding a way to balance the details, the reality of life, and the abstractness of what a love relationship is. Bringing the two together, bringing harmony between this relationship and making it fit into a life that was either already in progress or in what someone was trying to do. And I'm asking about challenges, and I'm getting, about what happened and what the challenges were. We have the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. This is just a complete row of a very heavy and intense situation. And the Ten of Swords is, I mean, in many ways it is of an ending, but it has a lot to do with, or at least a breakdown, a break up. Somebody pulled out. Somebody had to stop. I sense someone was like, this has to stop. It's just causing too much pain. I'm causing you too much pain. This is causing me too much discomfort. This is just not, we are not in balance. And the Five of Pentacles here is speaking about just difficulty and in the everyday, and and feeling a sense of lack, a sense of loss, a sense of lostness, a sense of wanting more, I feel from this that you probably wanted more than you were getting, and the person, I feel, wanted more than they were getting, and also wanted you to have more than they could give you. We're looking at 4 heavy cards, 2 of them air signs, air element, and 2 of them earth. This is, to me, when I'm mixing earth and air, it's just it's the living, like I see cups and wands, the water and fires, the emotion and the passion and the feelings and all that, and the drive. But here we're looking at real world, reality. This is mental energy and practicum energy. It just looks like it was a difficult situation. And I don't know the history before it got to this point. Something obviously was happening between the two of you for it to have gotten here. And I didn't look back that far. I just asked what happened, like what went down, where's this pain coming from. Okay, so then down here in the next row, I wanted to kind of look at how you're feeling right now, and how the energy of this person, this could be a few things, but I'll get to that. For how you're feeling right now, Eight of Wands is impatience to me here. It's a quick moving card. It's about, you know, things happening fast. I feel like on one hand, I feel like you feel like the rug was pulled out from under you. You feel blindsided in a way, like you feel like you didn't see it coming, yet I think maybe you actually did. Like, you feel like it happened so fast, but maybe you were in denial about the fact that it was coming, and maybe you did know. But it doesn't matter. The point is, I'm trying to, you know, tap into your feelings. And the Eight of Wands is, this particular Eight of Wands is just you feel like it's coming from all sides, and I think that maybe it's difficult to kind of see your way out. It's kind of difficult to see anything good in your life right now. It takes a lot for you to bend yourself and to see good. You may be feeling quite anxious and obsessive about the situation. The moon telling me that you are in confusion and kind of not sure what's real, like not sure what's your feelings and what you know what's your emotions, and not sure what is actually happening. Like, what the hell happened? What was that? What is this now? How do I go forward? And the Knight of Wands here, I was asking about the energy of the person involved. And, you know, I got a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Cups, which kind of surprised me, to be honest, because I was looking at like what happened between you and how you're feeling. And then the energy of this person shows up as two knights. And like I said, up here, I was talking about the air and the earth. This is all air and earth. And then down here, I told you, wands being fire and cups being water. That's passion and emotion, and knights being the, you know, the kind of movement. This is, you know, the person that you've been hurt. I hate to say by, but you know, the other person in this relationship, the other side of you, is showing up, like, period, like showing up. It's weird, and it's and it threw me, and I just sort of was like, oh, well, this might not be the end. And I'm not a big fan of, you know, the last thing I would ever want to do is give false hope, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing in these cards, and I think that it applies to someone. So, you know, for the other person to be showing up with the wands as a knight, it's communication. This Knight of Wands is someone he or she may become motivated to come toward you. There's a sense of certainty, you know, like, okay, Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, and it doesn't mean anything about anybody being a Sag, but if you know about any of the traits of the zodiac, the Sag is a real go-getter, and the Sag is fiery and cool and sometimes aloof, but like you know, my feeling from this, for the energy of this person, is that they may come toward you or back toward you with something that kind of blows your mind, like as far as like some sort of offer, wanting to, I'm gonna say it, like wanting to hook up physically, possibly, and or maybe, you know, I see them coming in a playful and flirty way. And then the Knight of Cups is, like I always say, the Romeo of the deck, you know, like this is the romantic message. This is more coming toward you of like a possibility, or, you know, something sweet and coming toward you, saying something positive about you, something that they like about you, something, it's just romantic. And this is Pisces energy. Again, doesn't have to have a Pisces involved, but it's just that like mushy poetic offering, you know. So it wouldn't surprise me if the person on your mind, or that has been in this connection with you, isn't gone. Now, that said, it's your discernment whether or not this is a healthy thing, you know? This has been heavy. I can see that. And you are in pain. So it's difficult to know about, you know, this person's intentions. Can they make the changes? Can they, that were necessary? Can they, have they figured some kind of shit out? Like, have they realized something, right? Like you know, it's easy to want to fall back on into something, you know. This person may want to come back to you for affection because they know you have it for them. And that can be, you know, unhealthy. That can just be the cycle continuing over and over again. It has to be, we have to be able to find your right way, because you don't want to keep being in this, you know. So anyway, this is the moving forward card that I got for you. And then the bottom deck energy was strength. The moving forward was King of Swords. Excuse me. Goodness. Okay, King of Swords. That's Aquarius energy, which we are at the time of filming in, and it has been a really intense kind of awakening time. So I think for you moving forward, you need to keep your eyes wide open and adapt to like the changing sort of lenses, you know, like I don't know if that makes sense. Like you need to look at, you need to try to look at this from different places. Here on this King of Swords cards, we have a raven, messenger, brilliant. So I think, and this is air, this is mental, this is the top of it, you know. This is someone who is powerful and like authentic, and it basically, it's you need to be in your power and looking at the situation with, you know, with, from different angles and different perspectives. Like imagine the raven flying above and being on the ground. They're all over the place, and they have a view, and they're connected to divinity, and this is you going forward. You need to take on the, you know, and with the Aquarius energy, take on the quality of flexibility, not just in accepting what has happened, you know, what may come with this person, but just in really kind of like thinking about like what your greater, you know, purpose is, like what big stuff, you know, like what do you want your life to be about, not what partner do you want? What relationship, what love do you need? But like, what do you want your life to be like? And when you picture that life, chances are you've been able to picture this person in it. Chances are you picture everyone you like in it, and that you are flexible in that way, and that you're accommodating, and you want to find a way to make love fit because it matters to you. That's just a feeling that I'm getting. Like, you seem deeply sensitive. But this is adopting some traits that are a little more detached from those emotions, a little less sensitive, if you will. Like, it's not change who you are, but it's just think with your head and less with your heart, kind of. Like, I know that's counterintuitive if you are intuitive and sensitive and a heartfelt person, but it's necessary sometimes when you just need to take a step back and look at a situation and see whether or not it was actually bringing you your highest good, right? And so strength card at the bottom, I mean, for a question about moving forward, you just really need to call in your I say power, and it's just such a loose generic term in a way when you say it this way, but I mean, strength is one of those obvious cards I think most of us understand. You have to be brave, and you have to it's fire, but it's also self-control. Like, it's like go for it energy, but it's very controlled, very measured. And on this strength card we have, I believe, a buck, some sort of big male, a stag type, maybe it's a stag. Yeah, I think it's a stag. So, like, I know that is warrior energy. The stag is connected to a tribe, but the leader and the warrior. And you need to take on that kind of protective energy. I will tell you, well, I don't know how much I should tell you, but this is just a personal story. Because I'm using this animal deck, I should have probably talked about more of these animals along the way because they all have great significance. But the stag, one time, not at band camp, I was in the woods, and I may or may not have been on mind-altering substances. But I was walking through uncleared path. There was no path. I was walking in the woods where no one had walked, and there were branches and entanglement and growth. I was walking through all this growth. And what I ended up doing is putting my hands up as if they were antlers, and stepping lightly as if I took on the shape of a stag, and I walked through terrain that wasn't meant for me with light steps, hooved steps, and I moved things out of my way with my antler arms that I had made. And I guess I'm saying this to you now it's because what you need moving forward is always available to you inside yourself and inside your imagination. And you can call on any force that you can imagine to get you through it. If that's a mythological creature, if you need to wake up every day and the first thing you see in your mind is a phoenix rising from the flames, that works. I'm just trying to tell you, I believe that this is a message from me to you, that you can use imagery and shape-shifting to navigate hard situations and to get you through the harder parts. And because, I think that makes sense, right? Like, I know I talk crazy, but like, I think that makes sense. So that's my message to you. And so, just to recap, it looks like it's been a confusing time, and there was an ending of sorts. You may still be in contact, but this indicates someone said this has to stop. And, you know, just this general sense of like two people not getting what they need. And even if you're willing, you may have felt like you were willing to settle, you may find in time that it just wasn't what you needed. Like maybe it's what you wanted, and it satisfied so many of your needs. But if you were existing in an energy that wasn't nourishing you, or the other person was not completely there with you, then it wasn't what it seemed. Do you know what I mean? And I just want to warn you to watch out for this coming back energy and coming toward you energy. It's playful, it's flirty, it's beautiful, it's romantic, it's sweet, it's giving, and it may be everything that you've wanted and needed. But just do not lose yourself again. Like keep your head on, think with your head, and like, you know, try to see things from outside of yourself. You know, I don't know if you talk to people about your situation, but take on the point of view of people who are on the outside of the two of you, and see what you're seeing. What do you see happening? How do you see, if you're your own best friend, what do you see yourself going through with this person, and how do you feel about that? And then, like I said, please use my story about becoming a stag and shapeshift. You know, it's imagery is powerful, and we do create our own way, you know, our own path, and in so many ways. You know, things happen to us, but we go through it. We walk through the fire. So like you have to use what you can, and you've got so much to use. We have big, giant, you know, brains that are, you know, much like the ocean in outer space. Like they haven't even been completely understood, you know. So access whatever you need to in your imagination that is making you strong in getting you through it, rather than bending to meet the, you know, the whims potentially of this person. And I'm not saying that they can't have a change of heart. So I guess what I would like to look at to next is more specifically you and the person and the connection, the energy going on. And I'm going to use oracles to do that. So I will probably do some speeding up now, clear these away, and get the other cards out. All right. Okay. So, first of all, let me put this right here. Do I need a bigger table? Maybe. Is everything in? Salmon is the animal that came for you and your energy in this connection, and the success card from the PRISM oracle. But it's more about what I'm getting from the card than the word success. So what I'm seeing here is that the energy that you bring into this connection is instinct and determination. Like the salmon wants to fulfill its purpose, do its job, do it well, success, you know, that makes perfect sense. It seems to me you have been or were willing to make it work, do what you need to do to make it work, to pull your end, to meet, you know, all the way to probably more than halfway, like to really extend yourself for this relationship. And that's where I think there may have been a little bit of a problem just from the get-go, because when you're, you know, sometimes in relationships there are times where we need to give a little more, and then there are times where we need a little more. And the problem is the balance of that, and whether or not you're in a situation with somebody who's just requiring too much or demanding too much, and as much as you want to give it to get the good that you get out of it, it isn't always like right necessarily. But the point is, it seems to me that the way you have shown up in this connection energetically is determined to give, and with this feeling of knowing what you want, and what you're here for, and what this is about, what this connection is about. And all you really want is to be happy, and to have happiness between you. Then over here, I was looking at the person. How's that? The person involved here is the elephant. Now, the elephant can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. I always think of the elephant as both earthy and watery. Because I think of elephants as incredibly grounded, but also incredibly intuitive and psychic, actually. But you will read things about in other elephant symbolism, you will read that they are fire, and that they are determined, and will go through any obstacles to get what they want, type of thing, you know, like that they're these big brutes, right? And then here with the frustration card, I guess I typically see elephants as incredibly compassionate and gentle. But I guess what I'm saying is, a lot of times there are a lot of places where you will see them show up as more these kind of like big brutes who like go for what they want and can get through any obstacle, like the symbol of, it's a very strong energy. But with this frustration, what I'm saying is, I do sense you'll see, you may have seen stories about, captive elephants who become very frustrated. They become enraged, and they're so powerful that they don't understand their own, strength in a way. Like, I don't think they have to understand it, because they're elephants and they deserve more than we've given them as humans. But the point being, the person that you have been or are involved with seems to me to be very compassionate and very wonderful, really, truly. I mean, elephants are special, it's true. And I can see why you would, why you might feel drawn to this person. I grew up in a house full of elephant figures because my grandmother has always been obsessed with them. Like, literally dozens of elephants, and I've just always felt a nurturing energy. And then you watch documentaries, and elephants are, they mourn together, they communicate over distance with each other. They're just really beautiful. And so I do understand if this is if that's the gentle side of this person that has captivated you. I absolutely can see that and feel that and understand that. But here with this frustration, I'm just reminded of how much damage they can do. Elephants kill people in places, Asia and India, like just wild elephants, like shit happens. And I'll never blame the animal ever, but I'm just saying, if they become frustrated, it can be volatile. And it seemed to me from the tarot spread that we got that there's something bugging the person that you've been or are involved with. There's something under their skin that isn't even about you. It's their own being here. It's their own, you know, larger mystery to solve about their life, and how to move through it, and how to control their big, you know, probably big heart, and also probably big, potentially destructive energy. I think the last thing they want to do is hurt you, and I think it might make them feel bad that they have. I really do believe that. I think it frustrates them that they have hurt you. I think that they've let themselves down in that way. You know, that said, if they do come back the way was mentioned earlier as the knight, you know, it's your call, but it wouldn't surprise me. And then for the connection energy is dolphin, and the connection card here was flow. I mean, when I see these synchronicities, I just feel more and more sure about the reading and the energy that I'm getting as being something. But like dolphins are famously known for being playful and intelligent and communicative. And here with the flow, I'm highlighting the communicative the communicative nature of dolphins. They seem to be able to speak non-verbally, and they also have a very interesting clicking language within, you know, between themselves. They are able to speak, communicate interspecies. Dolphins are trainable, which is disgusting, but they, you know, they're very smart, and they're able to communicate with us, and they even, you know, do things. You'll hear of a story of, you know, dolphins that save some, you know, stranded swimmer from a shark, you know, like they're just good. And so for dolphin energy and flow energy to show up in your connection energy, I do believe that you weren't wrong at any point when you felt something beautiful between you. There's probably a playfulness that just makes you feel good. And there's more than that, a communication between you, a way of communication between you that you both value a lot, and you understand each other. Like that's the main message of this combo here, is that this connection brings an understanding of each other. Like you feel like you speak the same language. You feel like you are understood, maybe in ways other people haven't understood you, and you feel like you understand this person. So that ties into why it's so believable that this intuitive elephant person is feeling bad about how they've made you feel. And it also, you know, just reinforces that, you know, you understand this person in this connection probably in an instinctual way that has kept you holding on. Now, I wanted to get a card about moving forward, and this is, it says accuracy, but it's also sort of a justice card. It's an odd deck, and it's not all in English, so I think some things are a little lost in translation. But so when it says accuracy, I'm feeling less of that and more of, let me tell you what I'm thinking moving forward. The communication between the two of you has to be, whether it's getting closure or moving away from this relationship, the two of you probably need a good conversation still. it's probably coming. I have a sense that it is coming. And I don't know if you two will decide to move forward together or apart, but I sense a deep need for honest, everything on the table communication between the two of you. I think you'll have the opportunity, but I would like to remind you of the moving forward card that I got from the tarot spread for you, which is the King of Swords. I do feel you should, you know, speak from your heart, but set your boundaries at the same time. And I do believe you should try to see things from other perspectives, like the raven I was talking about. But you know, and it's okay to like bend yourself to be able to understand this person's frustrations or their own difficulties in life or whatever it is that has caused problems. But also, you know, I'm sorry, I can't really find the words. I just don't, the stag, the strength card, I just feel this immense amount of protection over you right now from myself. And I don't know what it is. I have gone into these energies and I'm feeling sad. I feel the sadness that I saw on the top row, and I know that this is hard for you, and I know that you probably wish they would come back and say all these things. And if it is what you want, you know, it looks like it may happen, but I feel protective for you because something has to change, because you can't stay how it was. It can't stay how it was. And, you know, whether or not this person is ready to get a handle on the way they are, like in life and in relationships, then that's, you know, that's on them. And you have to take care of yourself. So just remember, whatever you need to do to make your mind stronger, to make your heart solid, and to protect yourself, you know, don't be afraid to use your imagination. And I think the important thing is to slow down and step lightly, like I was saying about walking as that stag. Like, really slow down and step lightly. I sensed there was the Eight of Wands here, and I sensed you had an impatience, and you wanted it to just go back to like how you wanted it to be, but you really have to step lightly going forward. What if you decide to stay involved with this person? If you decide to let go, I just want to say to you, or if it is decided that you have to go separate ways, I feel I need to say, you have so much inside of you. I can feel it I felt it in the reading, in what you have given and what you are willing to give. And that's what I'm saying here, is like what you're willing to give should be received by someone who can fully appreciate it and not hurt you. Okay, so very heavy, like I said, and I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, so I just want to say, yeah, you know, I forgot to mention the lepidolite, excuse me, along with being a calming, having a calming quality, it is also about personal growth. Lepidolite is about clearing away negativity so that you can move forward positively. I believe some people use lepidolite around like devices and electromagnetic fields, just to kind of, how, you may have heard how like Wi-Fi is like, can be nasty for your brain or whatever, but like lepidolite is about kind of removing that negativity, so and bringing you your own, like, so that you can grow personally. And also it's related to lithium, which is a prescribed drug, used as a drug, prescribed in mental health. I don't know everything it's prescribed for, but I think it's like an antipsychotic or antidepressant. But I think really like the message that you may have, if you didn't know what lepidolite is, now you can look it up, or know that there's something very important about here for you, about just keeping the negativity out. Okay, and you have to determine what this is, and I can see why it would be difficult with this person. So okay, all right. Moving on. Hi to the second group. Excuse me. Chose the celestite, the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay, so I'm going to get shuffling. I've already cleared them, but I'm going to connect and lay down your cards. I'm asking about what happened and the challenges of the connection, and also your energy and theirs. Message moving forward. That's what I'm going to get from this tarot. So, one sec. Okay, so in asking what kind of went down, what happened, what's been going on, I'm getting the Nine of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands as a challenge, and the High Priestess as a challenge. And I'm seeing that this is probably a situation where probably both of you felt you had found something really that you had wanted and that you were looking for, and that you were actively looking for. You may have found each other while you were, maybe, I want to say, like, potentially looking on an app for dating. Like, it seems like you both were looking for something, and for any length of time felt you found it with each other, and found some comfort in each other and some satisfaction in each other. And then it moves into this energy of basically it's feeling grounded and stable and calm, but I don't know, like I it's hard for me to, I don't want to say too comfortable, but when I have it here beside this Ten of Wands, I'm just feeling this sense of heaviness, like not in like a intense way, but in like somebody wasn't feeling worthy. Someone was having feelings of unworthiness. Someone was feeling not up to the up to holding up their end of things, their side of things. Like, someone was feeling unsure how they felt about having to answer to someone. Does that sound right? And with the High Priestess as a challenge, I feel like there became a disconnect in that sort of knowing that was probably felt in the beginning. Like there was an interruption in that feeling of you know, being connected to each other and knowing that you like maybe you had a feeling that you were brought together for a reason, and there's been an interruption or disconnected. This is why it's hard for me to talk ever. A disconnection in that intuition, in that feeling, in that higher knowing, and really honestly, like I'm sensing a spiritual disconnect. Like I don't want to say somebody lost their self in the other person, but like, you know, Page of coins, it says coins, but it's pentacles. I'm gonna get thrown all these decks that change the suits. It's a lot of work for a brain, but because chalices are cups and coins are pentacles, and you probably can't read them because they're so minuscule. But this, you know, Page of Page of coins, pentacles asks us to notice nature and the small things, and I just kind of get a sense that there was an interruption with that too. Like there was just maybe things became so day to day, you forgot, somebody or both of you forgot to appreciate the tiny things and revere your, you know, connection. Like there once was this energy, and then it sort of became less exciting, less like the honeymoon is over type feeling, regardless of how long this took to happen. It could have been pretty fast. And in fact, my feeling is that it's actually fast. That's coming not from the cards. That's just a feeling, but that it was actually, that this isn't a very, very like deep and established long time connection. It does feel like something that like was very immediately, you know, with the High Priestess and this Nine of Cups on this end, like I feel like there was this immediate connection and satisfaction, and then like it turned into, in the reality of navigating a relationship, it turned into a sort of like, is this what I thought? You know, like either one of you could be doing that, but like, are we that? Like, was I wrong? Or are we what I thought we were? And then looking at your energy down here, we have the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. And with this, I'm sensing that you still have a lot of emotions for this person, a lot of love. However, you may have pulled it in a bit and reined it in a bit, and you may not be, although you feel it, you may have, for whatever reason, felt like you have to kind of like tone it down a bit, like just in case. Like there's this sort of like coolness where it's like you don't want to be hurt, you don't want to be vulnerable, but you definitely have all these feelings. But there's here with the Wheel of Fortune, you're sort of you know, you genuinely, I think, want what's meant to be, which is easier said than done sometimes. Like I want what's meant to be, but I want it to be what I want it to be. I sense that you genuinely want it to be, want the best for both of you. You want what's right and what's meant for you to be. And I'm just getting that from up here, especially the High Priestess and this King. And I just think you're someone who can appreciate that you can have giant feelings, and it doesn't have to be labeled or identified as like the one. You don't need to know that this is you know, your future spouse or whatever. Like, you know, like I was going to say soulmate. I was going to say you don't need to know it's your soulmate, but there is a part of me here feeling very much like you actually do want a soul. You do yearn for a soulmate type of connection, and you really would rather not have anything less. You would rather not invest in something that is not that. And I think you are someone who will be able to handle the truth regardless of disappointments. You know, like it can be, you could have a disappointment with someone and still, I think you are capable of moving on. I'm seeing that over here. I'll get to that. But like in their energy, we're getting the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So they've got some heavy energy right now. The 5 of Pentacles is telling me this person is just sort of having a difficult time, like just straight up. Like, you know, a lot of times this has to do, it can have to do with like not having enough money to feel secure, or not having enough love from the other person to feel secure. While it's true that over here with this King of Cups, it is possible that a person could be feeling that you have pulled back and you're the one who isn't into it anymore. That is a distinct possibility for this person to be disappointed in because they are feeling you have pulled back. But because I'm seeing it here, that is a possibility. But because I'm seeing it here beside the 4 of Swords, which is really a rest and contemplation, like I need some time kind of card, I just get a greater sense that this is more mutual, more of a reflection where it is both of you kind of just feeling like maybe this isn't it. Like maybe this isn't it. Like we both were like, yeah, this is rad. And then it was like, maybe this isn't it. Like, I don't know about the details that would drive you or the person or both of you to be like, like maybe I get the feeling it's, I honestly get the feeling that it's just little shit, like really little shit. But that stuff adds up, and it is important. It is important. And you'll look back, you know, any one of us, the older you get, the more you probably have under your belt to look back at, you know, connections you were in where you kind of, you know how they say love is blind, and, you know, like you had your, what are they, rosy glasses on or whatever. Like you just don't, when you're feeling feels, sometimes it's hard to, you just overlook some of the things that I call Seinfeld things. Like, you know, in Seinfeld, they would be like, you know, she's got this, or he's like that, you know, and like these weird little like annoyances. And I think that it's important that those things add up, because once the honeymoon's over, that gets real. And, you know, do you want to spend the rest of your life with someone who does this annoying thing? Because trust me, in years to come, it gets really annoying. Like, and on your worst days, the last thing you want is to hear somebody like chewing with their mouth open or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I just kind of get that sense that it's like things just weren't as exciting and like, you know, glittery as they were in the beginning. Like the glitter fell away, and then it became like, I'm getting to know you, and maybe you're not. And this could be one or both of you, but at any rate, I'm seeing this person is in a state of thinking about it and taking some time. They may have asked you specifically for some space and time to think about it, but it feels more like you both know what's up with that. Like you both kind of sense it. Your High Priestess energy up here, like I know that it's probably understood, if not communicated. Like it's probably like you both kind of feel it and you both kind of know what's up, and there's this bit of space. So if this person is taking space whether you wanted them to or not. That makes perfect sense with this King of Cups, why you would kind of hold back a little bit of these big emotions that you feel, because you're like, what's up, you know? So with the moving forward, we've got King, help me, one Ace, one Ace, Ace of Swords. Oh my God, yes, one is Ace. The Ace, the Ace of Swords. Moving forward, you want to make the right decision, and you both do. You want to go ahead and like make the move, like take the right step and do the right thing, and get yourselves, both of you, into reality. And you know, the overall vibe for me at this point in the reading is that you what you decide between you, or what if one of you decides to walk away, or if you both decide to walk away. I get this. I'm going to say this, and this is specific, and it won't be for necessarily everyone, but I do feel like some who see this will be in a position, because I feel it very strongly, of wanting to stay friends, like wanting to be cool, wanting to be like, let's be friends. And I think you guys could actually do this. It is one of those connections where you did connect for a reason, and you do have a lot in common, and you can have a lot of fun, but maybe in reality you're not as compatible as you thought you might be. And so I see a possibility of wanting to maintain a friendship and a connection, but like really just both of you valuing each other enough to like want to make the right decision, make the right choice, and make that choice in clarity. And that's what this kind of timeout is. And you know, at the end of it all, this is the Empress, and this is for you. This is the bottom deck energy of this entire situation, telling me that you are beautiful. The Empress is beauty. It's Venus. And you know, you're sensual, you're you got it going on, you know what I mean? Like you just have it going on, and you have a lot of possibility inside of you, like a fertile ground, like there's just a sense that you can have the abundance, like you can do. And this isn't necessarily always like a manifestation card, like say the Magician or whatever, but like this feels, it has that energy of you being actually able to like get everything you need and want. Like you seem to have a lot of charisma, and people are drawn to you, and the whole vibe of this is younger to me. You can, in that I think that it's younger energy in people, like and when I say younger, you got to understand I'm older, so it's like, you know, teens and 20s kind of younger. And if you're older than that, fine, you can still have these younger types of connections, which is what this feels like. It feels like just like a very youthful, like exploratory connection, you know? And I think it's important to remember that these are good for you no matter what. These are how you grow. And even if it hurts, because these are readings about pain, but I will say, like, the last reading was really heavy. Like, it hurt me. And this one, you got this. That's all I have to say. Like, I'm just like, I can see that there's like a going on, and like it doesn't feel great, and you really, you know, it can make you sad. But I have a feeling that this is something you could get over really easily, like really easily, because you really ultimately know, as the high priestess, as the empress energy coming in here, like with the ability to have the king of cups, my goodness, like you meaning the ability to have like all this emotion and control it. Like, I think you got this, you just got this. And that's just really all I think I can say about the situation, is that like currently it seems like there's time out, there's contemplation happening about what to do. You both, or they, are thinking about how to move forward, what you want to do with this. And I think, like I said, I think you both value each other enough and like each other enough that you want to do it the right way, and not have shitty energy between you, and be able to be friends. That's really what I'm getting. And I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm here for. All right, I am going to clear these away. Were they even in the picture? I'm going to clear these away and shuffle and get you oracles, and we will talk about your energy, their energy, and the energy of the connection. All right? Okay, so when I'm looking at your energy in this connection, what you're bringing, how you're showing up, you get the dolphin and growth, which makes perfect sense to me based on who I was feeling in the tarot spread, with the high priestess and the empress there. The dolphin, there's so much intuition, and there's so much pure intention with the dolphin. There's so much light, and just harmlessness and gentleness. And with the growth, I see you as someone who is on a dedicated path to growth. You know, I still sense younger energies here. And this lines up. It just feels like you have a great sense of knowing, and a great sense of your direction inside. And anytime you feel a little bit lost, I think it's going to be easier for you than some to center yourself and find your compass, But as far as showing up in the relationship, I think you have brought beauty and light and depth to the connection that you have here. And then the other person is showing up as otter, which is famously playful energy. Otters are cute and playful and fun. And I think it doesn't mean that this person isn't deeply caring. I just get a feeling that your frequencies are not quite the same in sort of your, like, this person is I'm sensing just less serious about all of the things that matter to you right now. And those things that matter to you are great. You're on a great trajectory. And it's not that they're not, it just, not everybody is. not everybody is as intuitive as you. Not everybody is as interested in evolving and ascending as you and being aligned, you know. Like this person, I guess that's the right word. This person is more concerned with having a nice life and a positive life. I see positivity. I see that they are interested in a fruitful life, like connections and doing something, but at the same time it's different. And you're just you know, these are both water animals. They're both playful. I can see how you would come together. Easily how you would come together and have things in common and be like, whoa, this is fun. Like that, what was the first card? A 9 of Cups. Be like, yeah, like this makes me feel happy and this is fun and we have a good time together. But, you know, I do see this rest card coming up here for Otter, which is just a little bit crazy because that was in their energy with the tarot spread with the 4 of Swords, which is rest. It is a timeout. And so I think their energy in this connection right now is like they're really on taking a chill for a sec, like to figure out. They don't seem to be completely in touch with the feelings outside of that it's fun, you know. They're just taking things a lot more lightly in life. And then for the connection energy, it's hummingbird. And I just, you know, hummingbird is joy. And it's also a sense of the two of you being meant to cross paths, and but not necessarily for, you know, to be locked down forever type thing. Like I think sometimes we find meaningful connections that may not work out romantically or sexually or in that type of intimacy, but end up being like really valuable friends. And I've had them and I know it's true. And so when I see the hummingbird here, and I know that the hummingbird you know, wants to find the nectar from miles away, and the hummingbird is about joy and 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 meaning, and there is meaning, and there is a spiritual connectedness in the hummingbird. There definitely is. But and this love energy here showing up on this card, you know, it's just beautiful. Like you have something, you have found something beautiful with this person. And I think that however you decide to go forward with the person or each other, there will be a mutual respect for each other and a love and lightness between you that is worth having in your life. And that's great. Like, I mean, I've gotten older and I just feel like saying, like, friends, the older you get, you will see the less and less you have around you. And that brings me to this card. I'll just tie it in real quick. This is the Society card. And this is just, to me, a message. This is a message about moving forward is what I asked for. And I think I'm seeing it here in this connective energy, is that the two of you have something very sweet and special. And even if it can't be what you may have initially like thought it would be, or the reason you met, like maybe you met to be romantic or it was a quick hookup or who knows, but like I think you two have found something worth holding on to, because I mean holding on to in the sense that you can help each other in your lives and be friends and be important to each other, because this Society card is about kind of what I was just, or in my mind, what I was just saying about the older you get, like you'll find the less people you have around you. When you're younger, just by like default of how life is, you're in school, you're in these jobs, and like you're surrounded by other young people, and there's a lot of like drive and energy to do things and be social and interact and engage, and like that changes for most people. As you get older, people settle into their separate lives and goals, and routines and patterns, and you see less and less of people and friends, and doesn't mean you're not social anymore, but it changes. And I just think it's important to value when you find someone worth knowing, period. and worth and I see in this connection just energy that is worth having in your heart, you know. um it's really weird for me to come off of doing such a heavy first reading and to this more lighter one, and I'm not trying to diminish what you're feeling. I just really believe that you, from everything that I'm feeling about you and this person and the connection between you, I just have every reason to believe that, like I said, you got this, you're gonna be fine. And maybe you just needed me to remind you. I hope, you know, like I like I said, I don't want to diminish your pain. I know this is a heartbreak reading, but I don't see you as being stuck in that. I don't even see you honestly as you as being that brought down by the situation. Like, I think you may have, most of the people finding this, I think, are going to be more in the energy of like, what was that? Like, you know, if you, it's possible that you were even ghosted, and that hurts, because the lack of communication is bullshit. And like, so, but I would say like this person's just like resting, figuring it out, like the Four of Swords we saw. Like, this person's just like, whoa, wait. Is this that? What is this? You know, like, and I'm not saying that I know what's going to happen between the two of you. I just think that you have something that is sweet and light and valuable in that you would rather, I believe, both of you in the end, especially you with an ascended sort of mentality, that I see you on that path. Like, you're gonna value your friends more than flings that didn't work out. Like, and what you're gonna find some of them that way. That's just the truth, and I'm giving it to you straight because I've done it. And so yeah. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to go and get myself prepared for the third one. I really don't know what's coming. I appreciate that yours was optimistic in that you're going to be fine, because I needed that too right now. And I think that you are great and beautiful. And just remember that Empress energy that is meant for you to just hold in your mind and remember, like, who you are and what you have to offer, and to the world, and to your relationships. And that, you know, even if you feel a sense of rejection here and there, we all do, and it's definitely just not about you. It is just about, you have great things ahead of you. I can tell, I can feel it. And anything that gets sort of like removed, you know, just doesn't turn out how you like thought it might, just trust the universe. I think the universe definitely is on your side. There's a lot of love for you. I can see that. Okay, real quick, I meant to say to group number 2, celestite. So appropriately enough, celestite is for clarity and connection to your guides and your spirit and your intuition, and or angels, or what, however you deem all that to be. At any rate, it's about clarity and intuition and connection. And I think that just really speaks to what I could see in you and for you. Just remember that you are connected, and you have you got it. Okay, that's it. Okay, hey, to the third group who chose this adorable aragonite. I love aragonite. Okay, I'm going to speed through my shuffling and putting the cards down, and I may take a pause to absorb those energies. I had reading one was extremely heavy and affected me in a way kind of intense. And then I had the second reading, which I'm in Oregon. The sun came out. It was amazing. It was actually a lighter, less heavy energy. I have no idea really what I'm getting into here. I'm a little bit prepared for anything. So, what am I rambling about? I don't know. I'm gonna get in the energy. So it might take me a sec. If it feels heavy, you won't notice the pause, but I might take one. All right. See you in a second. Okay, so not light, I'll say that. I'm gonna do my best with this one. It feels really layered. It feels really like two sides of a story. Like there's gonna be your side and there's gonna be their side, and I just feel a great sense of like not being on the same page at all. So up in the top, I was asking about what happened between you, and what the challenges were. So with the Page of Cups and the Emperor, I'm feeling like there was at some point a connection that involved, and this could be real life, actual physical, materialized connection, or it could be simply always only through messages. I do feel that could go either way here, because this does have there is a feeling of distance that I'm getting from potentially from the people here. So the Page of Cups beside the Emperor is just giving me the feeling of two people who are not on the same level. There could be a great age difference, but really like a major kind of like drive difference. Like someone, and I think it may be you, is sort of more sweet and more compassionate, even like just gentle and kind of lovely. And then, it's not that the Emperor isn't lovely, but there's just a different dynamic. I'm sensing this the difference between you is the other person, the person that you've been in or are involved with, is just wants different things in the end. Needs more, wants more, and power is more important to this person than it is to you. And when sometimes that can work. Someone's more the leader, and someone else is more like God, I hate to say submissive, but sometimes that happens. But like, I don't think it's fair to you, if I'm seeing this correctly, to be with someone who, quite frankly, may not be able to have the appropriate respect for you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to deliver that carelessly. And of course, take what resonates. This isn't necessarily you. It's just energies that I'm getting. And if it is, you know, hopefully we can get through this together. But yeah, I'm just sensing this connection between two people who just weren't or haven't been on the same level. And I don't mean page, because that's too easy. Like, this isn't even about a page. This is a level. This is a compatibility issue. And then, you know, with Judgment and Queen of Swords, for what the challenges of this connection are or have been, I think with Judgment, there has been kind of a decision made. And I think quite possibly not your decision, this other person's decision, because they seem to know everything. And I'm not trying to talk shit about this other person. That's the feeling I get. Like, that I worry that this person is a little, they could feel condescending. They just seem to feel that they know a lot more than you. And it bothers me, to be quite honest with you, because I've gone into this energy, and if it's not you, it's not you, and you don't have to hear it. It's that simple. But I'm just, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say what I'm feeling. I guess if it's you, you can listen and you know it's you. Okay, so let me get over that real quick. So this decision was made, and then another challenge in this connection is this Queen of Swords energy, which is it's Libra energy. It doesn't mean that either of you are Libra or have any Libra placements, but it's actually this beautiful balance sort of energy that's in this card. That's a Libra thing. But really, it just has to do with being a little cold and decisive and strategic, I guess, or methodical, like really mental maneuvers around like getting in and out and getting what you want, getting what you need, and not necessarily being as compassionate. Like, it's a little bit colder. And I'm saying that as in, I think that's what this person could have brought into the connection. Just maybe they were cold. It could be this simple. They made a decision to change this situation between you, and they seem kind of cold about it. It could be that, just black and white, to be honest. Let's just move down here. I was looking at your energy right now, how you're, like, kind of your energy, how this has made you feel, what's going on with you. And with the Six of Wands, that is actually, like, you know, feeling rad, like feeling awesome, feeling successful and good and like respected, and, you know, just like a winner, you know, like feeling like you're just on top of the world, and someone thinks you're awesome. And then right beside it is this Five of Cups, where that's about like sorrow and loss and pain and regrets, and I feel like, you know, there's this owl sitting here with these broken eggs. It's just this sense of loss, and it's so sad to me. Like, I just feel this sadness that you are in, and it sucks because it comes after feeling so good. I feel like this isn't just like you went from feeling good to feeling bad necessarily one time. It could have been like back and forth a little bit between those two energies. But I definitely sense there was a decision made and a coldness. You could have been ghosted. Someone could have cut off communication and just been kind of cold about it, and not be really having anything to say anymore. Like, they're just this is for the best. That's the energy I feel. Like, this is for the best. And it feels cold to you, and you're like, how could you do that to me? And this owl who I have so much of a connection to owls, and this owl is sitting here with, 5 eggs, 3 of them broken, lost dreams, lost hope and sadness and mourning, and then yet not looking at, the 2 eggs that are left. It's a feeling of hopelessness, and it's I hate it. I hate it for you. I hate it for anyone. And so I just, and it's especially profound when it comes on the heels of feeling so good. Like, maybe it happened quickly, and you're just like, what the fuck, like, oh my God, like, wow, like, just feeling really let down, really disappointed, really bummed out. And after once at some point feeling really special. And then the person's energy is 8 of Swords and 7 of Cups. And so we've got, on one hand, this kind of like confusion and just someone's like just over it, kind of like just sort of like has given up and is like blind to the mess that they've created, and they're in this like feeling of, 8 of Swords is often like, this trap feeling, like they're just like, see, on this card, it's just this knotted mess, and this person's just not looking at it. And it's just like, that's what I get for this person in this situation is, a lot of times I would say that that's a person who's having kind of a pity party and wants someone to come and like rescue them. But like in this particular case and in this reading, I'm seeing this as someone who just isn't even looking at the mess they've made, and they just can't. Like, they just can't. It's partly just their personality, and you could have been dealing with someone with and I don't like to throw around these types of words, but someone with a little bit of narcissism, or just someone with a detachment to their emotions and their heart, because this is mental energy, and it's a bit anguished, and it's a bit cold, and it's kind of just like can't be bothered energy, and it's kind of like it's just like they're very like what's the word, just I get this out of here, I can't deal with it, like I just can't deal with it, like I'm done because I can't deal with it. And then the 7 of Cups is where, as far as like emotions go, water coming in, is the 7 of all things is fantasy, it's like, and it's these ideas, it's like, I think this person may still fantasize about you in ways that I don't think are respectful to who you really are, your sweetness. I think this person may have wanted to, see you as something, I'm sorry, like, just, I think they wanted to see you for what they needed you to be, and I'm sure you're many things, and they were just looking at the part that fulfilled a fantasy for them. I do not know, and I did get I try to keep third party out of my readings, and because it's just messy, but like it's possible that there's another person and you were a fantasy to them, or are. And it's also possible that this person is just dating a lot of people. And I hate to say that if that hurts you, but especially if you felt like maybe you were going to be the one that they would change for. I'm trying so hard to be sensitive, and this is just, this energy of this person is not sensitive. And so it's hard for me because I'm a Taurus and I want to tell it to you straight. I want you to have the best. So if this is your scenario, you know that. So I'm just having a rough time not being kind of like defensive for you or protective of you right now. I don't appreciate, it doesn't matter what I feel like. I'm trying to get out of that. I knew these could bring in some stuff. All right. Let me just go here real quick. Moving forward, this is the Ten of Wands, and like many of the Ten of Wands cards, I don't know if you can see even the pictures on these. This is this girl sitting here with just this load of wands on her back. It's it's carrying weight for someone when you need to be thinking of yourself. It's putting your own feelings and your own needs aside to carry this weight for someone else. You don't have to be this fantasy for someone else. They can't come make a mess of your life and you just sit in sadness and feel that heaviness and that weight and this disappointment and this loss. I think moving forward, there's a message here with the Ten of Wands that you owe it to yourself to set yourself free from this. You owe it to yourself to untie this bundle of burden that this person has put on you, asked you to carry for them. It's not fair. You're better. You deserve better. God, I feel so like protective of you, and fuck. So this, sorry, it's making me mad. Like, all right. So 10 of Swords, bottom deck energy. I'm not good at delivering soft bad news. I just think you need to can you see this card? Do you know what the Ten of Swords is? Did that come up? That is the complete end of this situation. That is just the need to let it go and get on with life and do something better for yourself and do something smarter for yourself. And wow, I feel a certain way. And I feel like readings like this are exactly the kind of thing that people don't want to hear and will never listen to me again when they hear them. And if you have heard this and it meant anything to you and you appreciate anything about what I perceive to be honesty about these energies, and they may not be yours, it's somebody's, but like, if, communicate with me. You can email me. But I would love to know, because I'm not here doing this to just tell everybody that everything is always fine and okay, and that I've watched enough of these readings on YouTube, and I've been reading tarot and getting readings for over 30 years. And like, I know what it is to crave hope and consolation, and I know what it is to want to be told that it's going to be okay. And you will be okay. You are sweet. You have love to give. You are vulnerable, and that is not a bad thing. You are giving, and that is not a bad thing. People will try to take advantage of people like you because I'm sorry, because they, oh my God, I am so mad. Like, I don't even know how to talk without just being like, saying really inappropriate things. Like, I don't know this person, and I shouldn't sit here and judge this person this way, but I feel they've been cold to you. I feel they've hurt you. I feel you're sweet. I feel you've been vulnerable. I feel like they won't even deal with you. They won't give you the respect that you deserve. And they have asked you to be parts of yourself or something for them that they needed and wanted, and they have treated you in a disposable way. And I don't like it. And I am so sorry. And it's to the point where, like, the next round of cards, the oracles, I've been looking at your energy, the connection energy, and their energy. I'm like conflicted about whether or not I even want to pull their energy up now, because I just don't, I'm having such friction with it. And these feelings that I'm encountering are just infuriating to me because I'm on the outside and I don't like how this person is going about this at all. So I am going to, I think I might, shit. I want to offer you what you need. I guess I'll stick to the format. It's a lot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you were dealing with this person and they worked their way into your heart. They don't get to stay there. They don't get to stay there. That's up to you. All right. I'm going to clear these away, and I'm going to shuffle and get some oracles and look at this some more. And I don't even know what to say. I'm just a little affected, and I knew this was possible. I knew it was possible to go this way. I very much sense your vulnerability and sadness, and I'm not okay with this person that has hurt you. And all right, we'll look at that. Let me just do this. I'm a mess. Okay. Okay. I feel a little better. I'm going to go into this part. I'm looking at your energy, their energy, the energy of the connection, and a message about moving forward. And I wanted to put this here so that I would remember to tell you. Aragonite is about moving forward. It is about your self-worth, finding your self-worth. It is about healing. It is about not just about, but helpful in basically accepting things as they are and moving forward, and most certainly finding balance. I think that you may be in a place triggered by this experience to evaluate your self-worth and learn a little bit about loving yourself. So here you are in the coyote energy with the sadness card of all things. I mean, all of the reading is clicking and connecting. It makes it hard for me to believe that that I'm not reaching someone. So typically the coyote, you know, an animal I'm somewhat familiar with, is about trickery and adaptability, and also there's a loneliness, you know. But I think what's important about your energy in this connection here is that, you know, with the adaptability, you see coyotes, they thrive in the desert, they're in the cities. I live in a city, and they're coyotes in the city. They're adaptable. They do what they need to survive and be here, and it can be probably in many ways a life of, you know, loneliness in a way, like where is home, you know. And I just, to speak on the adaptability measure, that's really what I think you have brought a sense of loneliness at this point into the connection. And really this adaptability is you trying to bend all kinds of ways to make it work with this person. And, you know, you don't necessarily need to do that. And with the sadness card, which I already felt, I felt it with the 5 of Cups, especially in the last spread, you know, it's important to remember, like with the aragonite here, this is how we grow. This is how we get to the next level. This is how you will know when you find it better and better. It's not that you'll never hurt again, because I've been hurt 100 times, but I'm just saying, it may feel so bad, but it won't always feel so bad. You will, as you have, move through and adapt to the next thing. And it's important that you not bring this sadness and these wounds from experiences like this one. This probably isn't the first time you've been let down. It's important that you heal. This is healing help. It's important that you heal and take a more healed energy moving forward into relationships, because you will, first of all, you know, have the ability to attract situations that are better for you, people that are better for you. And I say the ability to do that because if you don't tend to your openness and your willingness to love and your need for love, if you don't deal with that in a healed way, in a healing fashion, like, it can still attract, it continue to attract people who will exploit that good nature of yours. So I hope you understand what I'm saying, but it's super important. I feel your energy going in. I feel the sadness. I feel your willingness to sacrifice your own self, you know, and that's not, it's not how this works. And their energy, I was a little surprised to be given the butterfly, because it made me kind of lighten up a little bit about all that hostility that I was feeling. I think you have every right to be upset and mad, and I hope that you process that. But it made me realize about this person, because I was just seeing them as like so selfish, honestly, so selfish, and it was pissing me off. And I just, here with disruption and the butterfly being transformation Transformation is hard, and some people are very resistant. Sometimes you meet people in their worst, and it doesn't mean you should stick around for when they're better. Trust me, you don't have to do that. But I do feel like this person is probably just not in the best place they've ever been. Hopefully they can get, they can change and go through just necessary wake-ups, like, I mean, and I don't believe, unfortunately, that your connection is the thing that will catapult them into change. I'm not saying it's not, but I can't help but feel like you deserve better. And that's where we are right now. So that's kind of where I am right now. They need to go through a change. They need to go through changes. This person has a lot of things to learn about themselves and others and how to be. And even if they are older than you, which is something that I sensed is possible, they are going to attract disruption. That's what this card is, until they do the work. Like, until this person makes an effort and puts in the work to be better and do better by other people, and to see themselves not as the most important thing. And they're so defensive too. Like, I think they act from a place of fear. I believe that this whole persona that they're in is fear driven, and it's long before you, and it's nothing you can fix. I just don't see that. It seems like they need to go through a deep transition from the type of person they are and this fear that they live in. I sense they don't oh, they've got a whole again, who am I saying? I don't want to start getting upset again, but like, they've just got a lot to deal with in their lives. I don't mean right now so they can be there for you. I mean, like, this person may or may not get fixed. That's on them. That is on them. You can't sacrifice yourself for this person. They have to go through it. They're the ones who have to come out with wings, So the energy of the connection, we have the possum, and we have pain. I think this connection is just too much. It's just too painful for you. And it may even, who knows? I don't know. Like, I don't know that this person can even feel pain the way some of us can. Is that bold of me to say? Is that wrong? But like, I just kind of feel like this connection is bringing up wounds, probably to them on some level, maybe not to their super awareness, but like, for you, this connection is bringing up pain that you can look at. You need to look at yourself and how you move into and through relationships, and what you're willing to accept and why, and work on healing that and moving forward from that kind of energy so that you can have more fulfilling, days with people who deserve your love. And anything that has happened to you, I feel like you're probably someone who has had things happen to you and you've been hurt over and over again. And you are attracting scenarios that are hurting you because you have to deal with what you're holding on to. And then with the stagnation card here in the message from Spirit for moving forward, it's, exactly what I'm just saying. You cannot remain stagnant in playing possum. The possum plays dead. The possum feels attacked and hurt and just like freezes and just is just stuck and is just there and is just like hurt and panicky and defenseless, and like that is their defense. They shut down. And rather than be in that stagnant, you know, stuck defensive energy of like, why is everything like out to get me? Why do I, you know, why am I confronted with this pain? You know, maybe look into those deeper reasons why pain is finding you. And you can find ways to let it go. You know, you do not have to stay stuck in this cycle and in this mindset that nothing will work out for you, or that you're gonna always be with these like people who don't know how to treat you. You can move forward. I guess that's really all I have. It's probably not all I have, but it has to stop somewhere, and I can't help the empathetic part of myself wants so badly to help you more. So I can't sit here stuck in that either. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. I hope that you got something from this. I hope you understand your worth, and your love is good. You deserve better than how this person has hurt you, and it won't always be this way if you're willing to look inside and search for your light inside. Don't be afraid to be alone. That's Coyote. Don't be afraid, to be alone for a little while you do that work. You don't have to be like alone. You can be with friends, family, but I mean, like, you don't have to be with a person. Just in case you didn't know that, you probably know that, but I just felt like saying it. Like, it's good sometimes to just take some space and not think about romantic involvements and do a little work. I've had to do that by default because I've had a couple of kids, and you do that with I did it by myself, and so I had to spend some time in a mode that was not about romance, and it was not about other people in my life. It was about my priorities, and I was sort of forced to do it because I didn't have any time or energy for anything else. And it's good. It's good. There's clarity that comes. There's understanding yourself better, and I think you are going to get there if you just ask for help. Ask for help in real life, but more importantly, ask for help within. It's in there. Anything that you need is actually inside of you. And I know people talk about that. All the love you need is actually inside of you. Like, the healing that you need, that guidance to get you, to face your pains and your troubles is inside you. You just need to find ways to get still and listen to who you are, and don't get stuck in an energy of like, even when you get to that, like, I deserve better. Yes, shout it from the rooftops, but also take everything in with, an ounce of humility as well. Like, understand that, like, you get what you give, and you don't want to be feeding yourself these doubts, these self-doubts, and then therefore like continuing to live on a diet of self-doubt. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. I'm going to stop. All right. Thank you so much. And please, 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 please be well. Please.